The Zillow alert hits your phone before you finish your coffee. Your house is worth $2.1 million this week. Your checking account shows $312. You don't smile. You don't even look up. On the counter sits an envelope from the county assessor. Next to it, a contractor's estimate, $18,000 to replace a roof. Your insurer won't cover anymore. The numbers don't fight each other. They just sit there, quietly, together. Your house made you rich. On paper and broken cash. This is every level of owning a roof in America, from a one-bedroom in Chicago to a glass house on the California coast. The ladder moves you up. It never lets you off. Level 0, where it begins. Before you own anything, you own nothing. You sign leases. You count months. You hear footsteps overhead and tell yourself it's temporary. Your name isn't on any deed. Your money disappears on the first and never comes back. You don't think about equity. You think about the next rent increase. You think about the silence of a place that finally belongs to you. You haven't started climbing yet, but the ladder is already there, waiting. The first rung has a price tag. You just haven't read it yet. Level 1, age 24, renter in Chicago. You're 24, one-bedroom apartment, north side of Chicago. Rent is $1,650 a month. Heat included, parking extra. You pay it on the first. You don't think about it. The hallway smells like other people's cooking. The radiator hisses at 3 a.m. Upstairs, someone walks in heels. Across a hardwood floor you don't share. You move freely. No yard, no mortgage, no phone calls about a broken water heater. You tell yourself flexibility is the point. You tell yourself you're saving for something. You're not. The lease renews, the rent goes up $60. You sign anyway. You start opening Zillow late at night. Just looking, the condos in your neighborhood cost more than what your parents paid for their entire house in 1986. You close the app. You open it again 20 minutes later. You read the listings like they're letters meant for someone else. Flexibility starts to feel like a story you tell yourself so you don't have to do the math. The math is waiting. It's been waiting the whole time. Level 2, age 31, first condo in Minneapolis. You're 31, new job, new city. You sit at a closing table on the 18th floor of a Minneapolis high-rise. Two-bedroom condo, $275,000. You put down 5%, $13,750. 4 years of saving evaporates in one wire transfer. Your phone buzzes. Funds received. Your savings account reads $1,840. You sign the last page. The pen feels heavier than it should. They hand you the keys. The keys feel lighter than you expected. The paint smells fresh because the seller paid someone to make it smell fresh. You walk through empty rooms that echo. You take a photo no one asked for. Then the parts no one warned you about start arriving. HOA fees go up in month 4. A special assessment for the elevator hits in year 1. The property tax reassessment lands in year 2. You stop thinking about rent. You start thinking about equity. You check Zillow on Sunday mornings the way other people check sports scores. The closing table changed something in you. You don't have shelter anymore. You have a position, and positions can move against you. Level 3, age 39, suburban home in Texas. You're 39. The promotion comes with a relocation package. You take it. The dollar stretches further in Texas. You sell the Minneapolis condo. You buy a $425,000 house in a Dallas suburb, 30-year mortgage. 5 bedrooms, 3-car garage, a lawn that needs a rider mower you didn't know you'd want. Saturday mornings now smell like sawdust. And Home Depot, you learn what a P-trap is. You learn what your roof was built to handle and what it wasn't. The mortgage owns your Fridays. You work late, so the escrow account stays funded. In Texas, property tax isn't a line item. It's a second mortgage. The bill arrives, and you read it twice to make sure you didn't. Misread the comma. Your Zillow estimate climbs 18% in 2 years. You feel rich. Your bank balance feels exactly the same. You watch your neighbor list a duplex for rent on a Sunday afternoon. You watch the listing get 3 offers in a weekend. You start running numbers in the back of a receipt at the kitchen counter. You don't tell your spouse. Not yet. The math is starting to talk back. Level 4, age 50, Texas homeowner plus Tampa landlord. You're 50, the Texas house is almost paid off. You buy 2 rental properties in Tampa. You've never lived there. The numbers work better than Texas. $4,200 in rent across 2 units. $2,800 in mortgage and taxes. The math feels like a second salary. Then the math meets Florida. Your insurance carrier non-renews after 1 hurricane season. You shop. The best quote doubles your premium. Citizens Property Insurance becomes your only option. The roof on Unit 1 needs replacement. $8,400 deductible before anything gets paid. Unit 2 sits vacant for 3 months. The tenant in Unit 1 calls at 11 p.m. about a water heater you've never seen in person. You answer. You always answer. You learn that out-of-state ownership is a phone call you can't hang up. Cash flow on paper is fiction until the storm hits, and the storm always hits. The mortgage chain doesn't care which property you own. It tightens on all of them at once. You sit at your kitchen counter in Dallas, reading an adjuster's report on a house you haven't walked through. In a year, you start looking at properties on the California coast. You tell yourself you've earned the view. The math is no longer talking back. It's negotiating. Level 5, age 62, coastal California luxury. You're 62, you cash out, you retire to the California coast. A $2 million property with an ocean view. 8 rooms, a gated driveway, cypress trees that bend in the wind off the Pacific. Proposition 13 caps your property tax. It's still $22,000 a year. State Farm pulled out of California 2 years ago. You're on the FAIR plan now. Wildfire coverage is partial. Your premium tripled in 18 months. The estate planning attorney walks you through trust structures, step-up basis, capital gains exposure if you ever sell. The meeting takes 3 hours. You sign documents that won't matter until you're dead. Your children live in 3 different states. None of them call on Sundays anymore. Your neighbors are names on a homeowners association roster. You wave from the driveway. They wave back. Nobody crosses the street. You climb the ladder. You reach the top. The view is exactly what you paid for. And so is the silence. You walk through 8 rooms in the morning. You hear nothing. You think about the radiator in Chicago. The one that used to hiss at 3 a.m. You wonder when silence stops sounding like success. Somewhere in Chicago tonight, a 24-year-old hears footsteps overhead. Pays $1,650 for the privilege of someone else's mortgage. Sits on a thrifted couch with a laptop open to Zillow. Reads the listings like letters meant for someone else. Tells himself flexibility is the point. Tells himself he's saving for something. He's not. He doesn't know that the condo in Minneapolis comes with a special assessment. He doesn't know that the lawn in Texas owns your Fridays. He doesn't know that 2 rentals in Tampa is a phone call you can't hang up. He doesn't know that the ocean view costs more than the ocean. He dreams of silence. He doesn't know that silence at the top of the ladder sounds exactly the same as being alone. The mortgage chain finds you. Whether you own 1 door or 8, the ladder moves you up. It never lets you off. The first rung is already under your foot. If this story hit a nerve, you already know which rung you're standing on. Subscribe for more honest breakdowns of the financial systems most people climb without reading the fine print. No real estate fantasy, no get-rich scripts. Just the math behind the American ladder. Drop a comment and tell me, which level are you on right now, and does owning still feel worth it? See you in the next one.